Hello, everybody. Hi, 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 hi. How are y'all doing today? All right. So, my name is Sharice Johnson Moore. How are y'all doing? And I just want to come in and just teach a little bit, just a little teaching, just a little teaching, and just want to, try to get into a little bit today. Hi, hello, 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 everyone. Hello on Instagram, hello on YouTube. How are y'all doing? My name is Sharice Johnson Moore, and I want to let y'all know that, ooh, I could do this. I learned some new stuff today, y'all. I had to, to move my screens around and not lose the view I have for what I'm about to do. So I could do two things at one time. Ooh, hallelujah. Praise you, Jesus. Hallelujah. As you can see behind me, I have my my book. Let's see. Let's turn this way. I have my book and my poster. Okay, so we're going to get into this in a minute, but I just wanted to let you know that the book is on sale. Okay, $15. It's entitled "Coming to Loving Yourself," and I do have like 50 copies here at my house. So if I, need them, I always have them in supply. Okay, so if you would like one, please reach out to me and I will be glad to send you one. Okay? So you can leave your name in the comment section, your name and your email address, and I will reach out to you and we'll get together. Okay, so today I want to talk about intellectual property. Okay. I know somebody might say, well, everybody should know what that is. Okay. Some people just don't. Okay. So I don't want to leave anybody out. Okay. As an author, as an author, you have intellectual properties. Okay. And your book is considered a intellectual property. Intellectual property is a category of property that includes intangible creations of human intellect, of the mind, human intellect. There are many types of intellectual property, and some countries recognize more than other, and some countries recognize more than others. Okay, the most well-known types are copyrights, patents, trademarks, and trade secrets. Okay. But today I just want to talk about copyright. I want to really get into this thing about copyrights. Okay. I know. Um, okay. So let's, this is just the first part. I just, I'm giving it in parts. So it might, this is just the first part of this intellectual property conversation we're going to have. Okay. So it says copyright or copyrights is the exclusive legal right given to an originator or an assignee to print, publish, perform, film, or record literary, artistic, or musical material, and to authorize others to do the same. So, let me get into this. When you write your book, okay, when you write your book and you finish writing it, okay, and you've done all the editing and everything, and from that first moment that you started typing, you own your work, okay. Now, to really make it really your work, it will be best to send it to the Library of Congress. okay? Library or copyright office of the government, okay? So no one will be able to steal your work. Say, okay, I have a poem in my book. Okay, I'm gonna get to that. I have a poem in my book. If I just wrote that poem, I could copyright. That's just the poem, right? Hello, how are you doing? Hey, Curtis, how are you doing, baby? Hi, baby. How are you doing today? All right. So, say you're an artist. You sing, and you write and compose music. Okay, it would be best if you put that music together, put it in format, get it all together, and send it in. I don't care. I would say, I'm gonna say it like this. I don't care if it's just one beat, one beat in that whole song, and you wrote that beat, that's yours. You can send that to the copyright office, and it'll be yours. It'll be legally yours, where no one can take that right from you. Say somebody steals your or borrows without asking, then you could go into a form of infringement copy. You can go into infringement, or you can plagiarism, where they stole or borrowed something from you and they did not ask permission. When artists have their music and it's trademark, it is copyrighted under the artistic or musical material. That's where a artist with their music, or you wrote lyrics to a song, you wrote the lyrics to a song, you just wrote the lyrics for music. If you send it into copyright, say I wrote, these are my lyrics, this is the lyrics to the song. All right, this is my part, my part of what I played in putting this song together. It's yours. Okay, so my thing is, whenever you write something, whether it's music, whether it's a film, you might wrote a script, or you wrote a script, or you say you got design. So you got print design, right? And the print design, you came up with this print design. And you sent that into the copyright office, and you got you know, uh, 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 if you made something in your original design, it will be considered a trademark, but we'll get into that another time. That'll be on the next part. Okay. Copyright. Copyright. Say you got a whole bunch of writing, you got a whole bunch of stuff. You ain't published it yet, right? And you want to publish, but it would be best if you copyright your work first. I'll tell you why. That keeps people from stealing your stuff. It keeps people from plagiarizing your stuff. It keeps people from just walking off and getting the credit for something they didn't do. Okay. And so, okay, when it comes to copyright, okay, what can be copyrighted? Let's get into that. Okay. Literary works, musical works, dramatic works, pantomimes and choreographic works, pictorial, graphic, and sculpture works, motion pictures and other audiovisual works, sound recordings, compilations. Those are the things that can be copyrighted. Okay, literary works, musical works, dramatic works, pantomimes, choreographic works, pictorial, graphic, and sculpture works, motion pictures, and other audio visual works, sound recordings, and compilations. Say, like me and another person wrote a song, and I wrote the lyrics, and they wrote the music, that's a compilation. Okay, says literary work is a work that explains, describes, or narrates a particular subject, theme, or idea through the use of narrative, descriptive, explanatory text rather than dialogue or dramatic action. Generally, literary works are intended to be read. They are not intended to be performed before an audience. Okay, literary works. I have my book, right? I got my book. Okay. If I wanted to go ahead and make that book an audio book, it would be considered sound recording. It would be under the auspice of audio sound. I can go into a studio, or you can do it at home, whatever way you choose to turn your book into an audio book. Okay. My thing is that I see a lot of people that don't think they could do just a poor man's copy. Poor man's copy of copyright is when you mail it back to yourself. No, cause yes, that's a poor man's copy. Okay, yeah, you could do that. But my thing is, it's best to have it copyright by the Library of Congress. Okay, for the Copyright Office. Okay, it is very important that you do that because you don't want nobody stealing your stuff. That's just like I see a lot of. I'm gonna get into another topic. I want to talk about trademarks. Okay, well, I want to get into trademarks. Trademarks are a symbol or word. Hello, how are you doing today? Hi, how are you doing? Hey, hi. Hi, babies. Trademark is a symbol, word, or words legally registered or established by use as representing a company or a product. Okay, so if somebody wanted to trademark their business name, you could trademark that, and can't nobody else use that name but you. Words, they're words, literally legally registered and established by the use as representing a company or product. Okay, so say I wanted to start my own design company, right? Okay, and I wanted to start my own design company. I would have to trademark my design company in order for no one else to use my trademark. To use my name on their my say we go with a name like Lena, Lena Designs. Okay. If I want to keep that name to myself, I would turn around and trademark it because that keeps other people from using that name, and it's legally yours. It's legally tied to your company. It's legally your brand. It's legally your name. That keeps other people from stealing your names for your companies. Okay. Trademark is a symbol, word, or words legally registered or established by use as representing a company or product. Okay. Say I had some Lena hand soap. Okay. And I want to use the name, but okay. But like they say, it's always good to do your research. That's why it's always good to get lawyers, legal representation to do your work. I mean, by an intellectual property lawyer. Okay, intellectual property lawyer. Okay, will be the best person to have for best person to have for your trademarks, copyrights, patents, trade secrets. Okay. And it's always good. Sometimes they just deal with certain lawyers, deal with certain things. Some lawyers deal with copyrights. Some lawyers deal with just with patents. Some lawyers just deal with trademarks. And some deal with just trade secrets. Okay. A patent is a government authority or license conferring a right or title for a set period, especially the sole right to exclude others from making or using or selling an invention. Okay? So you got this real good invention. You really want, you need a patent lawyer. Patent and basically and trademark, because you want to turn around and have that. Well, you made that invention, it's just yours, can't nobody steal it. It sometimes, it's good to have these things because people are out here stealing people's stuff all the time. I just saw a young lady. I saw a young lady, and she makes clothes. I've seen this example. You know, I've seen an example where the young lady make clothes, and another company makes clothes that look just like hers. Right? I've seen this on Instagram, matter of fact. And the other company, she didn't, by her not trademarking her items, her clothes, trademarking her brand, trademarking her name, trademarking her words, her name of her creation. You know, she had to deal with, now she got to deal with that legal stuff because she didn't do her trademark or her patent, or she didn't do her intellectual properties, okay, as they call it. Okay, so then you got trade secrets. Trade secrets are intellectual property, IP, rights, intellectual property, IP, rights on confidential information which may be sold or licensed. Okay, trade secret are intellectual properties as well. Rights on confidential information which may be sold or licensed. Okay, got to get that, got to get got to get that, handled by the copyright office as well, because you don't want nobody, you want to tell, you got this group of people and you got this idea and you got this thing put together, and then you get that's how they call it, you leaking information, like how another company ends up knowing about what this like say cosmetic, right? You got some cosmetics, right? Y'all watch Young and the Restless. I don't know, I ain't watched that in a long time, but I used to watch Young and the Restless, and they always was talking about somebody leaked something to the other company. You got that. I can't think of the art, the fictional characters, Jabot and Newman. Jabot and Newman. Remember them? Young and the Restless. I don't know if y'all remember that, but they were always talking about somebody was leaking trade secrets, or how would this company come out with something, or y'all ever watch Bold and the Beautiful? And they would say somebody, well, how did they get these designs before we could get them? How did they get these designs before we could even have them made? Okay, somebody had to tell the secret. Okay, somebody had to leak got a hole in your tile, got a hole in your tile, my grandma say. So these things that need to be done with a lawyer. Okay, but there are some things that you can do on your own. Okay, like a copyright of your book. If you have, if you have your book cover already made, and you've already finished your final draft and everything, you can do that on your own. I know I did mine. I did my own. I did my own copyright for my book and my book cover. It was number $35. Okay, $35. You just have to create your account. You have a credit card, you upload everything, your book cover, and you got to give all the credits and things like that, So, you just got to follow the instructions. So, my thing is, when this is happening, always make sure that you have your stuff prepared. That the government knows that these are the things that I do, and this is what this is what's going on, and this is the person that owns this, and um, this is the person that did my art. This is the person that did my book cover. This is the person that you might have how many people? You might have 20 people write one book, and you got to list all them people in that book for to get so they have copyright. They have intellectual property rights, copyrights. They have a legal representation in this book process. Okay, so you got 20 people. So all them 20 people got to go on an application for your. They got to go. They have to be included in your copyright, and that will be very much where everybody splits the fee, of course. So, and the thing is, you can do poems, you can do scripts, you can do, a spoken word. You can do everything. You can copyright everything if you take your time and do it. Like this broadcast. This broadcast would be as an audio visual. I could copyright this if I wanted to because it's mine. It's mine, and it's something that I'm saying, and it belongs to me. It belongs to Sharice Johnson Moore, LLC, and I could turn around and copyright this if I wanted to. And nobody could use this intellectual property unless they had the permission. Whenever you go into somebody else's book, or you go into somebody else's, you've been in high school, right? Y'all been to school, right? And you ever had to do a paper and you had to have them footnotes? The footnotes is telling you where you got this information from. So basically, what you're saying, okay, well, I use this person, I'm giving them the credit. I'm giving them the credit in the footnotes. This is where I got it from. This is what book I got it out of. This is the page I got it off of. This is the author. This is the title of the book. It's just like footnote, okay? Footnotes. And whenever you want to use someone else's book in teaching a class, or you want to maybe use something of theirs that you're teaching somebody, it will behoove you to ask them, write them and ask them, can I use this part of this book out, this part out of your book for the teacher class? Or because it's just out of respect. It's out of respect, when you use other people's belongings, as my grandma say. You all up in other people's Kool-Aid and don't know what the flavor is, okay? But you have to keep it respectful when it comes to using other people's material, whether it be audio, visual, whatever. That's why the movies have these copyrights on them. Okay, like it's you never see them. That's why they always talk about piracy when it comes to a movie. You can't use any parts of this movie without asking the studio who has copyrights to a movie. You can't use this, unless you ask permission. Okay, that's why they say it's piracy. Like bootleg movies, bootleg movies is a form of piracy, and it leaves out a lot of money for the companies that do the movies. It leaves out a lot of income, residual income for those that put all the hard work in. Basically, you stealing somebody's work. So that's why they always fine people, or you get jail time or something like that, and depends on It depends on what the law is, which I do not know, so I'm not even going to get in that. But yes, you can get a fine and you can go to jail behind stealing other people's belongings. Okay, that's just like if somebody broke in my house and they come in and steal, they stole something from my house, so they got to pay for it. Okay, so I just wanted to get into this first part of what intellectual properties was about. Okay, so let's review, and then we'll meet up next week for another conversation on Author's Excerpt Sunday about another part of intellectual properties. Okay, so we got the four type. We got the most well known types is copyrights, patents, trademarks, and trade secrets. Okay, and then you got copyright is an exclusive legal right given to an originator or an assignee to print, to publish, perform, film, record literary, artistic, or musical material, and to authorize others to do the same. Okay. Then we go into patents. Okay. Patents is a government authority or license conferring a right or title for a period, especially the sole right to exclude others from making, using, selling an invention. Trademark. Okay, trademark is a symbol. So you made up this symbol, like AKAs. That's trademark. You got Alpha Omega Psi Phi. That's trademark. Okay. Even the name Alpha Phi Alpha Kappa Alpha is a trademark. Okay. Um. Okay. And the thing is that um you got trade secrets. Okay. Trade secrets is intellectual properties (IP), intellectual property rights or confidential information which may be sold or licensed. Okay, we're going to go into what can be copyrighted: literary works, musical works, dramatic works, pantomimes, and choreographic works, pictorial, graphic, and sculpture works, motion pictures, and other audiovisual works, sound recordings, compilations. Okay. Then it says a literary work is a work that explains, describes, or narrates a particular subject, theme, or idea through the use of narrative, descriptive, or oh, explanatory text rather than dialogue or dramatic action. Generally, literary works are intended to be read. They are not intended to be performed before an audience. Okay, so I wanted to give you that information today, and I thank everyone for coming in to Author's Excerpt Sunday. I want to also put this out there. This is the last broadcast for this season. Okay, this is the last broadcast for this season. This broadcast, this show will not air again until September. Okay, now I'm calling on my authors. If you're paying attention, authors, if you are author and you would like to be on my Author's Excerpt Sunday to talk about your book or talk about what you got coming out next, or if you are an already experienced author and you would like to come up and talk about your new book, or we have brand new authors, please get in contact with me through my email, snjmoore at 71, snjmoore71 at outlook.com. Okay, sometimes I get that confused. Okay, it's snjmoore71 at outlook.com. Or you can reach out to me, my DMs for Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, And let's get you on the show. Let's get you on Authors Excerpt Sunday so people can know about what you're doing, what you're writing, and what you're exploring. And I love y'all, and I thank you so much for joining me today on Authors Excerpt Sunday. All right, I will see y'all in September. Okay, babies. I love y'all very much. Okay. And if you missed this show, the live, if you have missed the live version of this will be on my anchor.com, Anchor FM, okay, Anchor on my podcast. Okay, my podcast also runs on Spotify, iTunes, Apple, Google, Outcast, Pocket Cast, uh, and Verbal. Okay, and I have so many other things that's going on. So I want y'all to have a blessed day, and thank you for coming in for Authors Extra Sunday. Bye, babies. Love you. See y'all in September. Bye, babies.